You reach for your usual order at the coffee shop, but then quietly choose the smaller size instead. It is not a big decision, just a small adjustment. But ask yourself, when did your regular coffee start feeling like a luxury you need to think about? These tiny moments add up into something larger, a quiet shift in how you move through the world. You find yourself doing mental math before purchases that used to be automatic. The grocery store becomes a place of constant small decisions. Do you really need the name brand? Can you make the generic version work? When did buying lunch require a budget meeting with yourself? Your spending habits change without you deciding to change them. You say, maybe later, more often. You skip the magazine, the fancy soap, the impulse snack. Each one feels meaningless individually, but together they represent a shift in how abundant life feels. Or maybe you have started eating slower, making meals last longer, savoring what you have because getting more feels expensive. You notice prices in places you never used to. The gas station, the vending machine. Numbers that used to be background noise suddenly demand your attention. The math works on paper, but it doesn't feel comfortable anymore. Even social activities now require financial consideration. Dinner with friends becomes a budget item rather than a spontaneous choice. You suggest staying in, not because you are broke, but because spending money on anything non-essential now carries a psychological weight it didn't before. Your relationship with money has become conscious, but uncomfortable. Even when you have enough money, it doesn't feel like enough money. The buffer between comfortable and careful gets thinner every day. You notice everyone else changing too. Conversations about prices happen more often. The collective mood around money feels heavier. Small luxuries become actual luxuries. The good coffee beans. The streaming service you barely use. Things that used to be standard parts of life now require justification. The stress isn't about being broke. It is about feeling uncertain when you used to feel secure. About needing to pay attention when you used to operate on autopilot. The mental energy required for everyday choices increases gradually until suddenly you realize you are thinking about money constantly. This is the silent squeeze. It changes how generous you feel, how willing you are to take risks. You are not living paycheck to paycheck, but you are living more consciously than you want to. This heightened awareness isn't necessarily bad. It can lead to better decisions. But it also creates a background tension, a sense that money requires more attention and everything costs more focus. Understanding that these feelings are shared is crucial. This careful new mindset isn't a personal failure. It is an adaptation to a world that has quietly shifted around you. Your new relationship with spending isn't wrong. It is responsive. Recognizing this can help you navigate the balance between being responsible and being anxious. The goal isn't to ignore these changes, but to understand them as part of adapting to a world that has become more expensive in subtle but meaningful ways.